what are the route we can take to achieve our dream for higher studies in both geography and geoinformatics. What are the major centers? What are the major institutes that we can look into for pursuing our higher studies in geography and as well as geoinformatics? So we have given a name of this particular program, and with this particular slide that you can look into pursuing careers in geography and geoinformatics, stepping into research and development. And I want this discussion not to be a monologue but a dialogue. You can ask any question at any point of time. You can write it down in the chat box so that I also can answer and have a discussion with you on a particular point of ideas. Now, if we look into the domain of research in geography as well as in geoinformatics, it starts from the orientation of observation. Okay, so what we observe becomes the point of our question. Based on our observation, we come up with a question. So if you can remember, the falling of apple leads to the development of gravitational laws by Newton. So the falling of apple is observed by Newton, and then he come up with a question why it falls downward. And that question leads to the answer through the development of a new idea, that is gravitational pull attracts everything towards the center of Earth. And this is the orientation of research. This is the orientation of looking into natural phenomena occurring in and around us. We first observe, then we ask or idealize the pattern or the observation, why it is happening, and afterwards we search different literature whether any reference can be found in context with the observation and the idea around the proposition. Based on literature, we formulate a assumption which is also known as hypothesis. We assume that the phenomena what we are dealing with can be framed in the form of a narrative. That narrative is nothing but hypothesis, and to prove our hypothesis or disprove our hypothesis, we come up with some experiment. So that is how the points of investigation starts. For experiment, we need to test, we need to go to field, or we make different simulation to understand the characteristics of the phenomena or the point under investigation. Then afterwards, with experiment, we collect different data, and collection of data leads to analysis. And this analysis tells us whether there is any association are there or not between different components, different elements, whether they are cyclic in nature, if it is a natural phenomena like flood, like cyclone, like El Nino, or it is a unidirectional events that only occurs and does not have any repetitive tendency. Then, with this analysis and its interpretation, we try to compare the results with other similar factors, with other similar studies or investigation that has already established through the publication or not. When these components are done, we come to the conclusion with the caveat of future research scope and the limitation which are associated with the particular experiment. So, this is how the total pathway of research in geoscience is taking a shape. And when we complete this whole cycle of from observation to conclusion, we then started to share or disseminate our knowledge through different social media platform, through publication of different articles, and coming up with some books and book chapters. After attaining the idea around a research and doing some strong analysis, we also need to develop intervention. So here the idea of intervention can be associated with a policy that you suggest, a product that you come up with, a design you make new which has not been earlier found in anywhere in literature or in market per se. So this total solution that you make based on your observation, based on your making a question, is the wholesome of research. You can consider it from the perspective of physical science, natural science, biological science, art science, or social science on as a whole. So this method is the scientific method for carrying out any research. And here is the in a nutshell, research can be idealized as a systematic investigation. And this is the workflow or steps associated with the research in geography and another scientific and other scientific field. Now, if you look to enter into research in geography and geoinformatics, then you need to uh, do a master's. At present time, if you are willing to enter into research, then you need to pursue a master's. But as per NEP, then you need to complete your graduation with research as well as with a distinction. So you need to have a 4 years bachelor degree along cutoff mark associated with the your program. Then you can pursue PhD after completion of your bachelor degree. For present time, with the classical models of pursuing higher studies, it is the pattern is you need to complete your master degree then you need to sit for different higher studies examination for PhD, like UGC NET, which is conducted multiple times a year, mostly in a December session, and in there is another session for June session. So you need to clear this University Grant Commission conducted, or NET. NET is now conducted by National Testing Agency. This NET, you need to first qualify them, or you can also qualify Center for Scientific and Industrial Research, or UGC, joint national eligibility test, which happens 2 times a year. You can also qualify state eligibility test conducted by different state agencies. There are other testing agencies are also available, like ICAR, Indian Council for Agricultural Research. They also conduct a national eligibility test for pursuing higher studies. And this higher studies, this examination is also considered as an entry point for your lecturership or assistant professor entry. So if you are willing to pursue higher studies in the form of pursuing PhD program, you need to first qualify national eligibility test conducted by different agencies. Apart from the national eligibility test, different institution who provide this PhD degree also conduct their own uh, eligibility examination, which is known as research intern test. You can also qualify them for uh, entering into the PhD program. Now, if you look into the University Grant Commission National Eligibility Test portal, then you can see that there are different notice are available in the website. And once if you enter into that particular website, you will see that there are information pertaining to the JRF or UGC NET examination, and how many times it has occurred in the month of December. National Testing Agency conducting this for many years, and they have two season, two session mostly. One is summer session and another is winter session, and these sessions are the time when you can sit for the examination. Uh, Now look into the mark criteria and age criteria, and as well as the fellowship that you can get. So as per the University Grant Commission guideline, the marks criteria for uh, sitting in NET examination is 55% for general candidates, and you can have both geography and geoinformatics master degree. Now, in prior days, in earlier times, uh, geography was the subject name, and subject code has been 80 for NET. But in recent times, with evolution of the subject or discipline geography, it has now coded 80 with geography and allied subject. If you enter into the website of UGC, you will see that not only geography but also allied subject has come up with the subject name. Now, what is this allied subject? The allied subject with geography is geoinformatics. Now, students with their master's degree with geoinformatics now can sit in UGC NET examination with the code of 80. So, what is the mark criteria for them? The mark criteria for them are similar to that of geography, where 55% marks in post graduation in geography and geoinformatics for general candidate, and 45% marks in post graduation in geography and geoinformatics for SC, ST, OBC, and candidates. And if you look into the age criteria, there is no bar for lecturership or assistant professorship for age criteria in UGC NET. But for junior research fellowship, you need to be within 30 years of age. And for female candidate, it is 35 years of age, as well as the SC and ST candidate. But for OBC candidate, it is 33 years of age. So there are different age criteria for different communities associated with the UGC NET. Now, what is the amount of fellowship that you can expect after you qualify for the UGC JRF? Uh, it was 31,000 initially, but it has now improved or augmented or hiked to 37,000 with HRA. So you will get a HRA, you will also get a basic fellowship, and you will be given a amount to conduct your research. So purchasing your chemicals, purchasing your small instruments to conduct your research, that amount is also given. Now, after 2 years of your tenure of JRF, you will be promoted to senior research fellow. So 2 years of satisfactory job as junior research fellow will lead to promotion with a senior research fellow, and as senior research fellow you are going to get, initially it was 35,000 but now it has been hiked to 43,000 plus HRA and annual contingency fee of amount 50,000. So these are the fellowship that you can expect while pursuing your PhD under JRF and SRA, both in UGC NET as well as CSIR NET. If you don't qualify any of these two exams, that is UGC NET or CSIR NET, you can also avail some of other fellowship in the form of Rajiv Gandhi Fellowship for SC, ST, and OBC students. So, if you belong to that community, if you belong to this category, you can avail Rajiv Gandhi Fellowship, which is exclusive for SC, ST, and OBC student. Uh, there is another fellowship provided by the government of India, which is known as Maulana Azad Fellowship for Minority Students. This fellowship is exclusively given to the students who have qualified NET but has not qualified JRF. If they apply for Maulana Azad Fellowship, they can have the fellowship amount provided by the government of India. So here is the website that you can look into. Uh, the more details you will be getting uh, about the times and the uh, date of examination in the website of UGC net. Now, what are the institutions that absorb these junior research fellow or give chance to pursue PhD in different institutes? So these are some symbolic institutes that you can consider to pursue PhD. One is the Jawaharlal Nehru University, which is one of the uh, reputed organization in terms of providing PhD degree to students of geography and geoinformatics. Uh, in Jawaharlal Nehru University, they have a center for CSRD, Center for Social and Rural Development. Okay, this center offer PhD degree to students who have qualified NET, both UGC and CSIR, and through this examination, if you qualify, you can sit for their viva voce based examination to enter into the PhD program in Jawaharlal Nehru University. You can also enter into Calcutta University uh, or Adamas University per se. We have a very large pool of PhD students who have qualified NET and SET and now currently pursuing PhD program in our university. Apart from that, you can also enter into any of the institute of national importance like IIT Delhi, IIT Kharagpur, IIT Madras, or IIT Bombay. Any of the IITs, when they advertise for the PhD program, they actually look for those students who has qualified 55% mark or stipulated mark as per the criteria set out by UGC, as well as the NET or GATE qualified students. So NET or GATE, that UGC NET or AICTE GATE are the entry point through which a student can enter into Institute of National Importance organization like IITs or ISER. So this is the website for CSIR, uh, Council for Scientific and Industrial Research. This is one of the another prominent organization uh, through which you can enter into the PhD program. And as a student of geography and geoinformatics, you can sit for this CSIR UGC NET as well. And in this particular domain or in this particular examination, mostly art science question or art science orientation is basically, or art science aptitude is basically looked into. So here you can expect uh, questions, or if you have any degree with art science, atmospheric science, ocean or planetary science, then you can sit for the domain of art science in CSIR examination. Rules are similar. Age and your mark criteria are more or less similar to UGC NET, and this examination are mostly preferred by students who pursued physics, chemistry, mathematics in their 10 plus 2 or in graduation level with geography and geoinformatics. So there are two zones. One you can think of in UGC NET, mostly geography and geoinformatics question arise from the basic geography syllabus, where physical geography is clubbed with the human geography part. But if you are from science domain, if you have studied physics, chemistry, math in your graduation and 10 plus 2, then you can sit for CSIR. So with geography, you can sit both UGC net as well as CSIR net based on your preference and aptitude. Now, CSIR net, as I have already told, that all the IITs, all NITs, Central University, even state government institute provide and accept CSIR. JRF parks are and avenues or benefit are most similar to UGC JRF. So the amount of fellowship that you can have as a CSIR JRF is similar to that of a UGC JRF, and the funding uh, is from both CSIR. CSIR can fund your fellowship if you rank high, or UGC can also fund your fellowship if you rank relatively low. So there is a direct CSIR fellowship or CSIR UGC fellowship, but fellowship amount remains the same for the students. Now, you can look into where CSIR students are mostly entered because of their subject combination. They can be entered into IISc Bangalore or different IITs. They can also enter into different ISAR. ISAR is also one of the major uh, take takers or takeaway students for both UGC and CSIR fellows. Apart from that, you can also qualify your state eligibility test, which is conducted by West Bengal CSC, College Service Commission. Uh, it happens two times a year, both summer and winter season. And there are also different state agencies like Assam Slate Commission. You have Gujarat Slate Commission, State Eligibility Test Commission for pursuing PhD and entering into the profession of teaching in colleges and universities. So eligibility are guided by the UGC norms. Okay, so there is not deviation. They have not deviated. So state agencies have not deviated from the UGC guideline for eligibility criteria, benchmarking the eligibility criteria, but fellowship amount varies state to state based on the policy by the government for slate qualified students. Okay, uh, and it is basically a little bit lower side than the UGC amount. Okay, so if you qualify slate, you can expect a relatively lower amount of fellowship in comparison to the UGC or CSIR fellow that the amount they are getting. Uh, but when you qualify slate, you can enter into PhD program in government institutes, and that will help you to pursue PhD course. So if you look into the website of West Bengal College Service Commission, you can see All India University, Kolani University, Bardhaman University, and Adamas University also accept this set eligibility criteria or set certificate as a eligibility criteria for pursuing PhD and assistant professorship. Then comes ICAR, which is another prominent institute, central government institute that conduct uh, examination for pursuing higher studies in the form of PhD and research. So you can sit in this examination by uh, qualifying into the ICR examination. So, geography and geoinformatics postgraduate students can sit for this examination with specialization in soil science. So, there are different specializations are there in ICAR examination, but only soil science is the group where, as a student of geography and geoinformatics, you can sit in this particular exam. Okay. Uh, So now comes the point of university specific uh, research entrance test, which is conducted by different universities, based on their PhD seat vacancy. PhD seat vacancy. Uh, rules are mostly as per the UGC NET guideline, but in this case, mostly fellowship are not given by the university. But if it is a institute of national importance, they uh, can provide fellowship based on the project and the supervisor under whom you are pursuing your PhD courses. So, but in case of rate for PhD part, if you do not have any fellowship, you cannot expect in general the fellowship amount. Okay, or if it is given, it is given based on the project under which you are pursuing your PhD course. Okay, so opportunity for professionals to pursue PhD through date. So this is an added advantage because if a if someone which pursuing his job want to pursue PhD and cannot enroll for full time PhD where he needs to or she needs to come and day to day do his research, then a a candidate who is pursuing his other profession but like to pursue PhD can be entered through this PhD program through the university specific research entrance test examination. So, what are the job opportunities available after you complete your PhD course? You can be a assistant professor. Apart from this, these are the research oriented job opportunities that you can think of. One is assistant professor in universities and colleges both in India and abroad. You can become a scientist, research scientist in different in multiple central and state government organization, and you can also be part with the different research position in different NGOs, different corporate organization, different MNCs, international organization as well. So you can expect a research position based on your aptitude and the domain after PhD, along with teaching or faculty position in different universities and colleges. So, what are the organization that as usually offer post to candidates who have a PhD degree in their CV? So you can enter into United Nations different organization like UNDP, UNHCR, UNICEF. Uh, these organization of under the umbrella of United Nations offer uh, good position to candidates who contain PhD degree in their CV. Along with that, you can enter into the World Bank or IMF uh, with geography and geoinformatics. We find many of our seniors, many of our alumnus are in both UNICEF and the IMF. You can be a essential part with ADB. These are all international or MNC international organization, IWMI. You can be part with NASA, ISRO, European Space Agency, TCS, PwC, ESRI. All these are illustrative example for the career that you can expect after your PhD degree. What are the major specialization you can expect with geography? In geography, you can find four major arena where students with uh, PhD degree are mostly available. One is the population, another is hydrology, another is planning, or another part is geoinformatics. So geoinformatics now the crunch word where most of the students are entering, and they enter these PhD courses in most of the major institutes of India. But if you are a geography students, you can find four types of thematic institutes where uh, geography students can enter as a PhD candidate. So now let's look one by one. One of the major institute is the International Institute of Population Studies, IIPS, Mumbai, and you can find many of the faculty members in this organization belongs to the uh, geography as their basic subject. Okay, and they have studied BSc and MSc in geography. After that, they shifted in uh, population studies. So ample opportunities are there for geography students who want to pursue in population study courses. Okay, so you can pursue a PhD in population studies through pursuing geography as a subject. You can also enter into the different IITs. Both the geography and geoinformatics students can enter into different or all the IITs through your courses in geography and geoinformatics. Uh, all the IITs has opened its door for geography and geoinformatics student. Mostly the geoinformatics student can easily enter into PhD courses in hydrology department or agricultural department uh, or rural development department through their MSc uh, in geoinformatics or MSc in geography courses. If you look into the planning or urban planning domain, there also you will find applications of geography and geoinformatics. So there is a chance for your higher study, and you can find different school of planning and architecture are the major institutes apart from the different architecture oriented university where architecture is taught as a program. There you can also start your PhD. A large number of geography and now geoinformatics students are found to enter into these institutes like SPA New Delhi, SPA Vadodara, Andhra Pradesh. There we find a whole number of students who has basic background in geography and geoinformatics has entered as a PhD candidate. Okay. One of the major or prominent institute for geoinformatics is India Institute of Remote Sensing, which is the pioneer institute in India. from where the subject geoinformatics has taken its shape, and you will find a large number of candidates are now with the geography and geoinformatics background are thriving in this particular organization. Different research organization under the umbrella of IS ISRO uh, contain a whole group of students are coming from both geography and geoinformatics. So the uh, opportunity for both geography and geoinformatics student in higher studies or in research and development has boomed in recent years, as well as with more private organization now playing its role in space research. This domain in the private sector has also kicked very strongly. So you can expect with a PhD degree in geoinformatics to have a good job not only in uh, government sector but also in different private organization where the different activities associated with space, associated with different data science can be found. Now, if you look into the sorry, opportunities in Adamas University, we had started with a 10 number of research scholar, but we now have more than 36 students pursuing their PhD degree. Already, six student has achieved their aspired PhD degree in the last years, and our focus area is mostly geoinformatics, geospatial computation. With that, we now have a very good, robust infrastructure cater the demand of the PhD students in the form of offering students with RGS professional license and different other modern instrument like total station, DGPS. We are in the process of having drones in our department, even though we have drone in our university. So we provide our student the wholesome packages for pursuing PhD in the form of infrastructure, in the form of mentoring, and students are coming up with good number of journal publication, which you can found in our website regarding the publication made by the students. Uh, we have also different memorandum of understanding with more than 83 universities across the world. So student can also enter into this university for their research work. So they can when they can go to different universities outside of India to carry out a different experiment if they are intended to. Okay, so we also organize different conference and workshops so that the students of the university can make themselves updated with the evolving curriculum of both geography and geoinformatics. Now we will look into the some of the aspects associated with the uh, fellowship opportunities available abroad. Uh, we have also already talked about the fellowship opportunity available within India, uh, provided by University Grant Commission or CSIR, that is Council for Scientific and Industrial Research. Now we will be looking into some of the opportunities abroad that you can consider for your higher studies as well. One of the major opportunities is coming from USA, that is Fulbright Fellowship. The Fulbright Fellowship is Fulbright Nehru Fellowship. You need to qualify for this. A copy of published papers or extract from the master thesis is required, and you need to look into the different window for them. They have a January to July window for every year, and when they come up with this advertisement, and at that point of time, you need to put up your application for a Nehru Fellowship. For Nehru Fellowship, you uh, for English proficiency, they take a test which is known as TOEFL, and that TOEFL grade card is required to establish yourself that you are proficient in English. So one part is that you need a master's degree and a paper associated with that master degree or dissertation or research part. You need to look into the time when the advertisement for Nehru Fellowship is open, and uh, after that you will be evaluated and shortlisted by the institution for the Nehru Fellowship. And you can also apply for a Tata sponsored uh, fellowship for pursuing your degree in Cornell University. And this fellowship is for the undergraduate students. Okay. uh, Candidates must be an Indian citizen and needs to be admitted first in Cornell University. Then after that, he can apply for this Tata uh, sponsorship or Tata scholarship to complete his course. So first you need to admit yourself with the Cornell University. Then afterwards you can apply for this fellowship. And in this fellowship, Tata Education and Development Trust cover the tuition fee up to 8 semester, uh, and pudding lodging need to be bear by the student. Tata scholarship also are provided. Tata scholarships are provided mostly in this criteria, that is the planning and architecture, social science and human ecology, art and atmospheric science, gender studies, and habitat studies. So these are the arena where Tata provided scholarship. And what are the basic requirement? You need to identify that. Choosing a college, then you need to apply. You need to provide the supporting materials, Cornell University application, details application, your official transcription, standardized test score, that is TOEFL, fee waiver application, interview, and additional submission. So this is how you can apply for the Tata scholarship. And you can also look into the Europe-based scholarship like Erasmus Plus, Maria Solzaska Curie Action Fellowship. Okay, and this is very prestigious fellowship provided by the European Union in the name of Erasmus Plus Fellowship, and they provide this fellowship for integrated PhD course, uh, which is provided by the Consortium for European Agencies known as Innovative Training Network, and previously it was known as Erasmus Mundus Fellowship. Okay, so you can also avail this Maria Soldaska Curie Action Fellowship by enrolling yourself in the PhD program. Apart from that, you can also look into the fellowship of Freias Fellowship, Freias co-found Fellowship of Germany. There you need to enroll yourself as an international student, and mostly it is provided by the University of Friedberg for their research students of international origin. So you can also look into that fellowship part for your pursuing research courses in Germany. Another important fellowship that you can think of is the Hamburg University Fellowship. Applied science students can avail this fellowship to enroll themselves in the design, public health, and public management courses. Okay, so if you enroll yourself in Hamburg University for public health, public management, and design course, then you can uh, apply for this fellowship. RWTH Archen University Fellowship, where geography students and geoinformatics students can apply for fellowship. Uh, these are mostly in the Germany. So with your geography course and geoinformatics course, you can pursue PhD course. If you pursue PhD course in this particular university, you are also eligible for the fellowship. Uh, so these are the some individual institutional scholarship related to geography and geoinformatics, where you can apply for the fellowship, like University of Bergen, which is in Norway. They also provide fellowship. University of Zurich, uh, they also provide fellowship. Australia, Victoria, Latrobe University in Australia. Also, you can apply. Technical University of Denmark has its fellowship for pursuing courses in geography and geoinformatics. And you can also look into the UIT, the Arctic University of Norway. They also provide fellowship for courses like remote sensing and maritime application. So that's it for my presentation. And now, if you have any question to ask, you can uh, write it in the chat box, or you can ask me. Anyone who like to have any doubt about the different fellowship that you can avail, uh, can write in the chat box, or uh, tell me over the Zoom platform. If there is no question, then I would call it for the day. Shinchan, are you there? Yeah, one question has arrived from Orko Chakraborty. Yeah, yeah. GATE examination is conducted by AICET, and this examination is actually happens once in a year. That is in February. They uh, conduct this examination, and they have a dedicated syllabus for this. And mostly the geoinformatics student apply in the domain of image processing, where a dedicated syllabus is available. And you need to have two different components. One component is the basic uh, communication part. You have mathematics part, where you section A and section B. Section A deals with these components: logical reasoning, communication, data analysis, and in engineering mathematics. Okay, so once you give qualify, or you attempt this part, after attempting this you can come with the section B, where in image processing you can mostly expect for the geoinformatics based questions. Mostly these questions is come from the digital image processing, DIP part. So if you look into this two section, there will be section A, which comprises these components. Some engineering mathematics will be there, apart from your communication, logical reasoning. All these components will be there in section A, and section B will be your core paper. So you will be expecting geoinformatics courses or questions in the image processing part. So uh, and there will be result and rank, and after using this result and rank you can enter into MTech courses in different central government institutes like IIT, NIT, or IEST. Okay, so there you can pursue MTech if you willing to, or you can pursue PhD. Okay, so with Get rank, you can enter both MTech or PhD courses, and the examination uh, happens once in a year. That is February, second week of February, and the uh, advertisements comes up in the month of uh, July to September. July to September. Within this period, the examination details for the net comes up for the next year. Okay. Another question is the best roadmap after my MSc if I want to work in research organization uh, like ISRO or IARS. Okay. So if you have completed your MSc course in uh, Shomustri, sure. Okay. Shomustri has asked this question. The roadmap is after you uh, complete your MSc course in, I presumably think it is MSc Geoinformatics, you apply for NET, both UGC or CSIR. And you, if you want to pursue PhD in IARS or ISRO, or want to join their project team, then they will float the advertisement, and looking into that advertisement you apply for uh, the job. Okay, and there are portals called shorkarinokri.com, and there are portals like Indeed. Okay, so both of them uh, provide advertisement related information, so you can look into the opportunities uh, when this advertisement is coming, so that will help you to track the I have given the link for the shorkari.nokri.com, and another link I can give you is Glassdoor. Okay, uh, through this link you can check whether any job are available or not in ISRO and IARS. Mostly, if you want to join as an engineer in ISRO, scientist E is the basic entry point. They ISRO conducts its own examination. Okay, that is similar to UPSC examination, where they conduct this examination and they take up the aspirant as scientist E, the basic entry point. But if you want to start your research career with ISRO, they also float different advertisement for their different projects, and through this project, different student has also uh, acquainted with the ecosystem of ISRO and IARS, and through that ecosystem, they entered into the ISRO or IARS domain. So, first of all, completion with a good grade is important. Number two, look into the advertisement conducted or floated by IARS or ISRO to apply for the jobs. But if you enter into a scientist position, a scientist E, then you need to apply through the government portal. That is ISRO scientist examination conducted based on the availability of vacancy, and you need to look into the government portal for this advertisement. Am I clear, Shomosri? Uh, Devanik, Devanik Chatterjee. Okay, Devanik has asked a question, that is, he has done his masters with specialization in fluvial geomorphology. There is any specific option or opportunity to associate it with fluvial geomorphological research group or organization after completing the master degree? Okay. Uh, Give a small demonstration about this instrument. Okay, Devanik, I assume that you have completed your master degree in geography with specialization in fluvial geomorphology. Am I right, Devanik? Yeah. So if it is as you have completed your master degree, there are different fluvial geomorphology research group. Okay, you can look into ISER. Okay, IISER, that is best Mohanpur. Okay, we have a very good fluvial geomorphology group there. Okay, and another important institute, research institute that you can think of collaborating with is the uh, River Research Institute, which is a government institute, but they offer collaborating work with them. So when you are talking about the research group, you need to look, because fluvial morphology is a very vast arena. Uh, some people will be working on the hydraulics of the river. Some people will be looking into the erosional part. Some people will be looking into the mathematical calculation associated with the formation of different uh, landform of different scales, starting from uh, ripples to larger extent phenomena like uh, different sandbanks or islands. So when you are considering or targeting a group, then, or you can also think of different paleo uh, systems that can actually act in the fluvial domain. And in in around West Bengal, now you can expect to join a group. The work is mostly coming from either Kolkata or mm, you have also Presidency University is also there. If you are not from Presidency University, then you can also look into the opportunities provided by this Presidency University. And you need to be looking into the uh, different research oriented projects that is floated by different uh, individual project investigator. So through this uh, looking into these opportunities, when they come up with some projects and they wanted to adopt or wanted to take some project fellow, with that opportunity, if you can capitalize, then you can enter into the geomorphological group, different groups. But on a nutshell, the major groups are mostly doing their job in either Kolkata. Uh, there you can Manoj Jaiswal sir is there. You can contact with him. Okay, Manoj Kumar Jaiswal. He is working on the paleo fluvial environment. Uh, you can also look into other prominent institutes like Calcutta University has a very good uh, person over there. Shunanda, Dr. Shunanda Bandyopadhyay, Professor Shunanda Bandyopadhyay is also working with the fluvial geomorphology. Yeah, you can contact me. Yeah, you can say anything in the chat, audio chat. No issue.
Yes, sir. Devanik Chatterjee here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I have done my master's in the specialization in the paleo channel.
Yeah.
I visited many of seminars where I presented my paper about paleo channel, and this study area is situated in the east of Moribond Delta, Indian Moribond Delta, which is in Murshidabad, and this is my ancestral land. And
Okay.
this is a very important study area because it's also considered as a part of historical geography topic, because the chosen area is also used once upon a time when the capital was shifted from the Jahangirnagar to Murshidabad, and
Mm-hmm.
the connector pathway is that time was very famous as Gobranala, river Gobranala, but
Mm-hmm.
nowadays it is totally ruined.
Mm.
And surprisingly, my study area and my ancestral home is home is there in the Paleo Bank.
Okay.
So this is for my small observation. I think this area is very important for the
Mm-hmm.
research, and I have done my research project in very short tenure of time. So I don't completed it with my desired hypothetical way when I first started my research work. But
Okay.
sir, I need something about that when after the 1980, when uh, sorry.
You can tell me in Bengali as well
No,
if
no,
you have.
actually, okay, but the term I actually forgot. The qualitative, yes. After the revolution of quantitative method,
Mm.
the many of delegates where I demonstrate or presented paper,
Mm.
they suggest me uh, you need to mathematical method to prove
Mm.
that this once upon a work as a connector pathway as well, or paleo channel. So I completed my whole work with with my observation and the qualitative representation. So I need help to to how to decorate with the help of
Okay. Okay.
quantitative.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So, look, in such cases, you will find it will be better for you if you have you completed your or have you cleared any net or
No,
set.
sir. No, sir. Actually, after completing, I associate with a private company as a
Okay.
research analyst.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, now I decided to preparing for NET.
Okay, that will be very helpful for you. But the person I have talked about, you search in Google, Manoj Kumar Jaiswal. He's now a professor in uh, ISER, Kolkata. Okay, his basic work is on paleo environment. Okay, how was the system, and he works in OSL dating. Okay, OSL dating is optical luminescence dating, and the time frame you are talking about is not that very much in geological scale. So one part is narrative that you have worked upon, but you know that the evolving nature of geography is quantitative. Okay, uh, in such scenario, people will understand or people will accept your hypothesis uh, that the changes of or the shifting uh, is linked with the river that can be made possible only through, apart from qualitative, through mixed method. We call it mixed method. When you combine both qualitative and quantitative method together, then the research analysis and research uh, interpretation become robust. So my suggestion will be for you to qualify net, look into the opportunities in and around you who has done this work uh, for Bengal or outside Bengal, who has connected this different dots uh, through morphological intervention, and try to develop your skills in that way, so that your analysis become robust. You can get the required mentorship from the most desired person. Okay, so take a path or take a flow for your career. If you are interested to enter into this geomorphology domain, you need to have a good sort of technical knowledge both of remote sensing and GIS, along with the paleo study. It requires some dedicated expertise. So if you look into the opportunities, your work will be much more robust.
Okay, thank you, sir. And please give the details in chat box.
Okay, okay, okay,
Thank you. Thank you.
okay. So, if there is no question, I would like to thank all of you for attending this program and have good interaction with me, and hope to see you, all of you, in our next events of this series. Okay, hope to see you soon. Thank you all.